Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look, let's revisit JASMY as Bitcoin continues to pump as expected, and yeah, so everything's looking quite good. So let's go back to our friend JASMY, having a little bit of a continuation from yesterday, and hopefully continuation throughout today and throughout the next coming weeks. We established on yesterday's video that the Bitcoin, the Nasdaq had closed with a pump signal on the daily for its Ichimoku cloud. So that might mean that it goes down a little bit before it pumps, but it's a bullish signal and it's out of resistance as well. So we could be extending the Nasdaq's move by another 10%, which is going to translate to a healthy crypto market mostly, right? And so I'm in favor of that working out, to be honest with you, even though oil looks like it wants to pump as well, which would probably have a bit of a top-heavy effect on risk assets and things, because I think there's going to be a rotation from energy, well, from stocks to energy eventually. But all that aside, I think it's not safe, but the odds are in your favor to continue to try and play crypto. Mostly Bitcoin though, but some altcoins have really good setups, and I've said this for ages now. JASMY has one of the better short-term setups out there that I've seen. It's just taking a little while to play. So the first big move was generated over here. This was on a 4-hourly pump signal. That was quite good. We got about 20% out of that one. Since we got our sell order over here, it was dropping, so we had to get out. Tried to get in a few times after a retest of the golden cross. Didn't quite fulfill. Tried to get in again recently, and we're waiting for this to climb up, hopefully back up to its previous top. Yeah, short-term target 1.2 cent, right? 1.12 cent. Sorry. So we've just generated a 4-hourly pump signal as well. One of my patrons sent me a message the other day saying we've got an 8-hourly pump signal on the Itchy Cloud, which we do. And if we go over to the 12-hourly, we've now has this actually confirmed yet, or do we have to wait 4 hours? Yeah, we'll need to wait 4 hours. Yeah, we'll still need to wait another 4 hours for this one to confirm, but closures anywhere above 1.4 cent, I'd say, is going to give us a 12-hourly pump signal. So that's a 4-hourly, 8-hourly and 12-hourly pump signal, which should at least take us to this 1.12 cent again, but most likely is going to have extensions to this level around here, so a 1.38 cents. And if that breaks, like I say, we got another extended target. But because all of these pump signals are generated on lower term time frames, we need to look at the lower term time frame moving averages. So with that, the highest of the lower times that have been generated these pump signals is a 12-hourly, and so we'll look at the 200 exponential on the 12-hourly, and that more or less floats in at around about 1.3. Well, it's just above 1.4 cent, isn't it? So that's a decent move. That must be about a 30% move from where we are right now. Yeah, about 30, 31. Yeah, so that's quite decent. Again, we haven't generated this quite yet. We need to hold this area more or less for the next 4 hours to get that closure, and then pretty much in the bag. Throughout this entire process of consolidation from its last big pump, there's been bullish divergence the entire time. We are cooling off a little bit on the money flow index. It's no big deal because it's still quite high, and the 0 point has been crossed quite a while ago, and it's not really fully extended yet. So I'll be looking for the MACD to generate a bit more momentum on this one as well. So I think it's reasonable to assume that if we get that closure on the 12-hourly today in the next 4 hours above 1.04 cent, then yeah, I think 1.4 cent, a 30% move, is likely to take place. As it's a 12-hourly signal, it could happen anywhere from as soon as instantly, because this move happened more or less instantly as soon as the signal was generated. Again, you know, the overall picture on this chart is one of a breakout. So, but because it's a 12-hourly chart, be prepared to wait a few days for it to actually play. And again, you know, we like the Itchy Cloud, yeah, and there's a couple of ways that we like to play it on this channel. These pump signals, they play out more often than not, but they're not 100%. I'd say, just from personal experience of trading over the many years that I have, probably about 70% of the time they play. Probably about 70%, yeah. So we've got one on the 4-hourly, 8-hourly, and hopefully we'll get one on the 12-hourly, and that should give us that extension. So let's have a quick think about what Bitcoin's doing. Again, considering everything I said about the Nasdaq, I said this on Friday's live stream. I said if we close the Nasdaq like this, it'll be a green weekend for Bitcoin and for crypto. And it seems to continue to be that as well. Sundays do seem to have sell-offs as they move into the next week, because everyone wants to bag their profit, wait for traditional markets to open, as they seem to govern the overall health of crypto at the moment. The correlation is too much for them to bear a Sunday night without closing some trades, and that's fine. But given what I've said about the Nasdaq, which is true, that's a signal that's generated. Potentially, we're looking for a breakout, maybe a move of up to 10%. Then maybe we might not get that sell-off, because the fear isn't that this is just a weekend pump. That this is basically leading into what could still be a strong week for stocks and indexes. So I'm all right. I think it's reasonable to assume that we won't get the sell-off this evening, and if we did, it would be a dip buyer's opportunity. Bitcoin currently working on a closure of the previous highs here, anywhere above 24,500, 24,006 or 7. So that would be good, and extensions continuing up to our lower term target of 26,800. We've had that on the card for a while. If you consider what we're looking at here, we're looking at effectively a breakout of this previous range and moving into this range, and the range top is going to be 26,800, and above that would probably be the top target for this current run that we've had. And it's been a decent run, let's face it, it's been a very good run, and it would be the previous summer lows of between 28 to 29,000. So all of that in mind, I think that we can treat JASMY, or I'm going to treat JASMY's chart as a real chart with real signals and a real setup, a variety of different bullish things that we've been talking about for the last few weeks since we spotted it, and with Nasdaq and Bitcoin still looking quite good. I think we can treat JASMY seriously. Another nice little setup though is sand, and I might make a video on this. I'll make a video on this next. I won't release it until later on in the day, because the algorithm doesn't like me releasing videos straight one after another. So be prepared. Keep your notifications on, and I will talk about sand. And probably have that out in about 4 hours. I think that's the deal. I haven't really looked into how YouTube works very well. Believe it or not, it's not actually my priority. My priority is actually to trade. But yeah, I'll leave it with you there. But thank you for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day, and take it easy.